Ghanshyam Tiwari, it seems almost that the Samajwadi Party, while being the senior partner, has also recognized now that the Rashtriya Lokdal of Jain Chaudhary left your alliance and joined hands with the BJP, that you also need the Congress for some kind of consolidation. It could be consolation, but it's also consolidation. Do you agree with me when I say that the Samajwadi Party still is nowhere close to the BJP in the fight for UP?
Greetings, Sajid, to you, my fellow co-panelists and the viewers. The three things that are important. Every day we have faced, since India Alliance was announced, every day we faced these continuous questions of what happened to this alliance partner, that alliance partner, seat sharing, whether it will happen. And Uttar Pradesh was presented as the most tricky state in which seat sharing has to be created. And today that seat sharing is created. But in all this line of questioning, what happened to the NDA? Today it's not even NDA. No one, you cover politics, no one here, even the national spokesperson of BJP cannot tell how many parties are allying with Bharatiya Janata Party today. Because it's not NDA anymore. It is NSA, Narendra Surrender Alliance. On one side you have Mr. Narendra Modi, and on the other side you have leaders and parties who have surrendered in front of Narendra Modi. And this Narendra Surrender Alliance has no voice except BJP. That's point number one. Point number two, that with the Congress party in Uttar Pradesh, with our PDA mission, with the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, one thing is clear, that the message to the youth of Uttar Pradesh is that here is an alliance which will openly talk about the rampant unemployment. We saw videos and images of 48 lakh students standing in railway stations in the middle of night to write an exam that will select 60,000 constables, and even in that, paper was leaked. Now there's amplification of voice across Uttar Pradesh that Beti Bachao, that has become a dhamki, a threat, has to be turned on its head and has to become a slogan, a mission of the government. People like Braj Bhushan Singh, who are the ambassadors of BJP, have to be shunted out by the daughters of Uttar Pradesh. That's point number two. Point number three, that a government that is so brazen, that it says 400 par. It can only do 400 par when it uses the Anil Masih model that we saw in Chandigarh. Otherwise, there's no 400 par. The reality is a brazen government is opposing the public disclosure on electoral bonds, collected 5,200 crores to electoral bonds, is firing on farmers. A young farmer has died. Several farmers have injured. Many have lost their eyesight. This is a government which is firing through drones, and we have seen images that are not there in any part of the world. Even in North Korea, you will not see this kind of images. What kind of dictatorship will happen in India if these people are elected? Because they will use the same model on daughters of India, youth of India, that they are using on farmers of India.
Let me get Tuhin Sira to respond before I go back to Rahul and Sanjay Kumar. Tuhin Sira, respond. There is a sense, according to the opposition, that particularly in the last week, the handling of the farmer protests, the fact that there are more allegations being made of paper leaks and students again protesting, all of this doesn't augur well. If all is well, first of all, why would you pick up a Jain Chaudhary? Why would you pick up, just a minute, sir, again, you must allow me, you must also have the courtesy to allow me to ask the question. And a party like the RLD, Jain Chaudhary's party, you take it from the Samajwadi, they join you. If you're so confident of getting 70, 75 plus in UP, why do you even need the RLD? Is a sense that you need to control farmer anger, you need to control student anger there, Tuhin?
Well, I'll answer each of the questions. First, to come to the paper leaks, if you just look at the different states, most of these paper leaks, or almost all of them, happen in opposition rule states, whether it is Jharkhand, whether it is Rajasthan. The liquor scams happen in opposition states, whether it is Chhattisgarh. They all follow a pattern of cooperative corruption, which is where these scams are, follow a design which is probably encouraged by all of these regional parties. Now, when it comes to Jain Chaudhary, a lot of parties in the last few months have reached out to us and and offered to join together. Based on merit, we have an inclusive model. If giving away 2 seats and 1 Rajya Sabha seat, I mean, the deal is not finalized, but that is what it seems to be, makes us more inclusive. Why not? At a given point of time, if a certain alliance partner only enhances our prospects of getting 400 seats in all, I think that is our goal, and we are like a student who's never happy with our performance. finally, I can understand Samajwadi Party and Congress getting into an alliance because there are a lot of ideological similarities. At one point of time, a Samajwadi Party leader had been dismissive of the rapes in his state by calling it "ladke hain, galti ho jati hai." Today, both Congress and Samajwadi Party have not uttered a word on Sandesh Kali, probably the most horrific episode in independent India's history. So obviously, these are the similarities which bind them together.
Rahul Verma, the word was used once by, just now by Ghanshyam Tiwari called PDA. This is the new word, buzzword for the opposition in UP. To our viewers, let me explain what is PDA as Akhilesh Yadav calls it. He says the Pichre, Dalit and Sankhya. So the
Pichre, Dalit and Adi Abadi and
Alpsankhyak have all come together.
Adi Abadi.
Okay, just a minute. Now, Ghanshyam Tiwari, please allow the anchor also to moderate. You're saying Adi Abadi, Alpsankhyak. That's what they mean. Essentially, it means that minorities, backwards and Dalits are coming together. This is the broad alliance, Rahul Verma, that Akhilesh Yadav wants to stitch. Do you believe that this is a broad enough alliance that could, at least in some parts of UP where Muslim Dalit votes can come together, make a difference? Or is Mayawati crucially the missing link? Had Mayawati joined this alliance, it would have made a real difference.
Okay, thank you, Rajdeep. First, I don't know even if Mayawati would have joined, if it would have made a difference or not. See, what we don't understand is that the vote share of both the Congress party as well as the BSP is declining in last 10 years. So in 2022, Congress party's vote share was around less than 4%, or BSP was less than 12% of the vote share. So they are shrinking parties. Now, of course, if you can get OBCs and Dalits and Muslims in most parts of North India, then you have a winning alliance. But saying this as sort of like is not going to bring them together. In fact, what seems to be happening across North India is that BJP is getting a greater share of OBC votes and a greater share of Dalit votes. So, in fact, in 2022, BJP not only got non-Jatav Dalit vote, but also managed to make inroads among Jatavs. So, what is happening is Dalit base of BSP is shrinking, and OBC's BJP had been expanding its base. So, just like using these sort of like, community groups and thinking that you can create an alliance, one, it's not easy. And two, I think this is where the opposition is not getting at the real politics. This is like a politics of 1990s and 2000s, where you were trying to create broad-based social coalitions by using group identities. Where BJP, of course, they also do social engineering, but they are using very different kind of messaging to bring these groups together.